Mia stood backstage, her heart pounding as she glanced at the microphone waiting for her on stage. For weeks, she'd practiced a presentation for her college seminar. Yet every time she imagined the audience watching her, she felt her stomach twist in knots. The risk of stammering, or worse, going blank, suddenly seemed unbearable. A friend suggested something Mia had never considered. Create an alter ego. Pretend you're someone else on stage. Mia was skeptical, but curiosity won out. She remembered reading that certain performers overcame nerves by taking on a confident persona. So Mia invented Marina Miles, a version of herself who loved the spotlight, spoke with poise, and even walked with more assertive posture. That evening, she sat in front of her mirror and quietly repeated, "I am Marina Miles. I love this stage. I can do this." Although it felt silly at first, the more she practiced, the more she sensed a calm determination rising within her. On presentation day, Mia's anxiety began as usual. But instead of saying, "I'm so nervous," she whispered, "Marina Miles is ready." She pictured herself from outside as if observing a confident speaker's performance. Her breath steadied and she strode on stage to deliver her talk. Though her pulse still raced, she discovered she could focus on her words rather than her dread. Afterward, a classmate praised her poise, and Mia realized that stepping into Marina's mindset truly helped. What Mia experienced is known to psychologists as a form of self-distancing. Research shows that thinking of yourself in the third person, or as if you were someone else, can reduce anxiety and sharpen determination. That's because imagining you're a separate figure creates a mental buffer between you and the overwhelming worries that can sabotage your goals. You're able to see your challenge more objectively and remember why you wanted to succeed in the first place. Children too can benefit from self-distancing. In one study, researchers asked kids to work on a boring task. Nearby, a brightly colored tablet beckoned them to play a game instead. Some children were told to think of themselves in the first person, repeating phrases like, "Am I working hard?" Others used the third person, "Is Jamie working hard?" A third group pretended they were a favorite character, asking themselves, "Is Batman working hard?" The Batman kids stayed focused the longest. Simply imagining a powerful, capable hero gave them extra determination when faced with distraction. Adults can try similar strategies in everyday life, whether it's finishing a work project or resisting the urge to procrastinate. Self-distancing reminds us of who we want to be. If you're a runner pushing to complete one more lap, you might say, "What would Coach do?" Coach never quits. I can channel that energy. That shift can reignite your motivation. By stepping out of your usual viewpoint, you cut through your own doubts. This method can also boost emotional resilience. In one experiment, people about to face a stressful public talk were told to think of their nerves in the third person. "Alex is worried." Others took a more immersive approach. "I am worried." Those who used third-person statements showed calmer heart rates and lower levels of stress. They even performed better according to objective observers. While adopting an alter ego or speaking in third person might feel awkward at first, the evidence suggests it can increase confidence. Picture a shy worker named Ben who must lead a big presentation at the office. By taking the perspective of a composed speaker, someone whose style he admires, Ben can ease his jitters. He might say Ben is calm and ready. Gradually, that transforms his panic into steadiness, improving his performance. Self-distancing also helps with everyday self-control. Rather than thinking, "I really want junk food," saying, "Sam is choosing healthy options today," can strengthen resolve. In experiments, participants prompted to use phrases like, "Jamie wants carrots, not candy," were more likely to pick the wholesome choice. Like wearing a mental costume, self-distancing fosters discipline and positivity. So how can you make this work in your own life? Number 1, choose a persona. Think of a role model, real or fictional, whose traits you admire. Name your alter ego or simply adopt their qualities. 2. Use third-person self-talk. For nerves or a tough decision, replace I with your name. For instance, Taylor can handle this interview. 3. Visualize from afar. Imagine yourself from a distance, like a character on a stage. Observe calmly instead of being swallowed by emotion. 4. Stay flexible. Different tasks might benefit from different perspectives. For job stress, you could channel a methodical mentor. For a social challenge, maybe a friend known for warmth and humor. Mia continued to practice her Marina Miles approach whenever self-doubt struck, studying for final exams, applying for internships, even trying a new hobby at the campus gym. Over time, she found she needed the alter ego less and less. The steady composure and boldness she'd practiced became part of her routine. Once a bundle of stage fright, Mia was now the person classmates sought out for group presentations and event hosting. Creating a temporary persona won't magically eliminate all anxiety or guarantee instant success, but it can push you past blocks and into new territory, whether you're handling public speaking, academic tasks, or daily challenges. Like pulling on a superhero cape, you realize you've always had some hidden power inside. By separating yourself from your fears, you can see them for what they are, temporary obstacles rather than permanent barriers, and take the next step forward with confidence.